Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, and we are going to be playing our second exhibition game of Season 5 with the Crusaders today. But before we do, I wanted to have a look at a replay.
Yes.
And I am playing with the Minnesota Nords against the all-Madden Cincinnati Tigers.
Yep.
In the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl game. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about here.
Yeah, you can see the Super Bowl livery on the stadium. It's funny how that doesn't show the Super Bowl livery at center field, though. That must be a replay bug.
Supposedly, the Nords are the home team, right? They're the host team.
Right.
Which is why it's the Nords logo at center field there. But anyway, basically what I wanted to talk about here is putting the appropriate personnel on the field for what the offense to respond properly to what the offense does.
Yeah, yep.
Because in this game, okay, I clobbered these guys. I beat them 56-0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I shut them out and dropped 50 points on them to boot. And one of the reasons that happened is because they were basically overplaying what I call overplaying the run all game long. Like I'd put out a 3-wide receiver set and they'd respond with a 4-3.
Yep.
Or I'd put out a 4-wide receiver set in this case, and they have a nickel defense out there.
Yeah, they do, actually. If you take a look at the personnel out here, they've got linebacker, defensive back, defensive back, defensive back. One of these guys is a safety, and then this is another safety.
Yeah. And, of course, I've got 4 wide receivers out there. So that means that all I need to do when I'm sitting back here waiting to start the play is I just need to look for the wide receiver that is matched up against a linebacker.
Yep. And we can see which one that is, actually. It's going to be this guy right here, because this is Brad Doss, the best linebacker in the league.
Yes, he's got 99 speed and very high agility and acceleration characteristics as well.
Yep, and he's got 99 strength, and he has 99 tackling, and he's basically almost like a creative player. He's so inhumanly strong.
Yeah, that's right. He is literally point per point in ability scores. He is literally the best linebacker in our league.
Yeah, even other all-Madden teams don't have linebackers as good as him.
Yeah, but there is, I believe, an inherent disadvantage built in when you have a linebacker covering a wide receiver in man-to-man coverage. And it really shows in this play because Jackson there, number 85, is basically a possession-style receiver. He's got mid-80s speed, like about 85, 86.
Yep.
And he's also got decent acceleration and agility, but his characteristic scores are all probably on average 10 points lower than every equivalent ability score that Brad Doss has.
Yep.
So, like if Brad Doss were a defensive back, this would be a mismatch in his favor.
And he'd cover him like a blanket.
But watch what happens to him because he's a linebacker. And I think that, like I said, I think linebackers have an inherent disadvantage when covering wide receivers.
All right.
So we'll start the play. And this is basically my corner route. So he takes a little cut at the line and then runs straight ahead a few yards and then bends toward the outside. And look at what happens to Brad Doss.
Yeah, Brad Doss turns the wrong way.
He's already beaten by, more than 5 yards.
That's a huge gap there.
Yep. And that's a really easy catch. Now, if you look at this, Jackson is not that fast. Even Doss is gaining on him.
And
right?
significantly.
And so what I did was, how we do the little swerve move and stuff like that every now and then to try and make some of these guys dive and miss. And occasionally we can get lucky and time it right. And that happens. So, if you keep running the play here, well...
It looks like not only do you get some extra blocking from number 34 against Mr. Doss there.
Yeah, but he dives and misses. And then I turn there and he dives and misses. And then, Doss is still gaining on me by now, but because that one player cut him off,
he wasn't able to catch up.
He lost enough ground that he wasn't able to catch up. But what I actually ran a similar play to this against them a few times in this game, And what happened is ultimately he would catch up and then push me out of bounds like 25 or 30 yards downfield, right?
Yep.
But they don't put the proper personnel out there. Like if I'm playing defense and I see 4 wide receivers, I've got a dime defense out there.
Yep.
You have to have defensive backs out there matched up against wide receivers, because otherwise the offense is going to pick you apart.
Well,
right?
This is also non-suitable coverage anyways, because they only have one deep here.
That's right.
And you've got 2 parallel deep routes going on too. So basically that safety is hung out to dry. Because he can't cover both.
Yeah. And so, well, I was going to get into that too, but inappropriate personnel on the field for what the offense has.
And inappropriate play calling.
And they played like this all game long. Like I only managed to muster about 30 yards rushing in this game, right? My running backs were all averaging like 1.5, 2 yards per carry. And every time I ran the ball, I got stuffed, right?
Yep.
Because they were playing like this. And I mean, you know what? Even out of this formation, I have running plays that I can call. But when they line up the way that they are right now with 10 guys on the line, well, I'm not going to try to run against that out of this formation because wide receivers can't block linebackers. And I think that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to create mismatches in their favor.
In the run game.
And so I'm not even going to bother to try to run against a look like this. I'm going to audible to a pass and, like tear them to pieces. And I actually, like I said, I only managed to get together about 30 yards on the ground in this game, but I passed for over 500 yards.
Yep.
And, of course, scored 56 points. And that's mainly because of this kind of thing. They kept playing this way. They showed 10 guys on the line, right?
Yep.
And against a 4 wide receiver set, you might as well put the gun to your forehead and pull the trigger because you're killing yourself. I don't care if you've got all Madden linebackers, and even the safety matched up against the wide receiver in the left slot. I could have thrown the ball to him with a pretty good result too, because look at this.
Yeah, he turned the wrong way too.
Yeah, and I just didn't see him, but you know what? If you look closely at this guy, I think he's Patrick Kramer, the wide receiver. Yeah, that's Patrick Kramer, who has like 96 speed. So that's probably why he was able to beat that safety.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's got blazing speed. So I just didn't happen to be looking in his direction when I threw this ball, because I saw all of a sudden the wide receiver on the right come really, really wide open, right?
Yep.
So
you could have thrown it to either of these guys and got a touchdown.
Yeah, I could have thrown it to either of these guys and got a touchdown. And actually, Kramer only caught like 4 passes in this game, but he caught 4 passes for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns or something crazy like that, right? So,
That's funny.
And so, basically, I literally destroyed these guys on offense just by doing this kind of thing, right? And that's what you're going to be seeing this season more and more.
Yes, because you have the long bomber defense, or the long bomber offense.
That's right. Well, although I don't have receivers like Patrick Kramer on the team, I don't have a speed guy, which is why to compensate, I've actually developed some plays where I would make use of the speed halfback in the slot.
Yep.
For this kind of thing. Anyway,
yeah, packages might help with that too. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we might as well move on to the game.
All right. And we're back with Crusaders franchise preseason week 2 in year 5.
Yeah. And so far in week 1, we had a pretty easy win.
Yeah, things went pretty well for us in week 1.
Yeah.
We smashed the Pigeons.
We dropped 50 on the Pigeons. Yeah.
And looks like we're up against the Boston Royals now.
Yeah. Strong defense team. So,
although, damn, have we improved? We have improved.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. We're looking very strong this year.
Yeah, we might have gotten to the point where we've almost built our team into a superpower.
All right, what offensive playbook are we using today?
We're
Normally
using...
it's you that loads us up.
Yeah, well, I can do it. There we go. Actually, I called it control because at one time it started off as a
ball control offense.
And then of course things, one thing led to another, and now I'm basically the mad bomber again, right?
Yeah, you throw nothing but long bombs.
Well, the idea, and I've still tried some different things to try and develop something of a running offense, but I don't know. Okay, you're trying Rec V5X times 2 today.
That's right, yep.
Because you are going to try out some of your new defensive scheme, although probably not complete yet, but you just want to test in a controlled environment.
Yeah, well, hopefully I remembered to reorder the playbook. I can't remember if I did that now. But, it's close enough to done that it's probably usable. It still has all the staples in it and everything like that. Some of the less used plays from the 4-3 got cleared out so we could make room for this new two-man line nickel formation that I made, which viewers got to see us make that. I like how sometimes I just call viewers users. See, that's like a carryover from the software industry.
Yeah. Well,
you're all users, damn it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if some of your new ideas work in an actual game. They look pretty good in play creation mode. Oh, the Royals have elected to kick, so I guess I'm going to choose to defend this end.
Both teams ready for tonight.
And we'll have to get our audibles together here. And actually, the biggest innovation, I guess, that I came up with is this full house 3-wide receiver. Not because I use that formation itself a lot, but because it's a very good passing audible type setup, right?
Yep.
And most of my offensive formations are somewhat compatible with that, particular formation, so that if I line up in any 3 running back set, I can audible to like one of those 2 passes. Okay, yeah, we'll try this out as an audible as well. For now.
Okay. Well, see, I'm not sure if I should go full 4-man line here, or if I should do the, because we do have our nickel 2-4-5 here with its mirrored formations and all that. All right. I might keep one in there. Maybe I'll keep one in there for mirrored pass rush. So usually I go for a weak side pass rush. Yeah, we'll go with that kind of scheme. Even though it will kind of be redundant for now, it'll be just kind of like the thing we change to if our called play isn't proper. And how fast are the receivers for these guys?
No, you got a couple of fairly speedy guys.
Yeah, they've actually got some
91,
speed.
90.
So, I guess we'll go with deep zone variants, at least to start. Alright, because now we've got 2 conflicting types of schemes. We've got our 2-man line scheme and our 3-man line scheme. But I guess we'll have to see which one of them works better.
Yeah, well, that one, is it compatible with a 4-3?
Yeah, I do believe so, yes.
You built that out of the 4-3,
That's
so
right,
in theory, you could, if you're expecting a run, put a 4-3 on for the personnel, and then audible to a, like that type of defense, right?
Yep.
Well, let's see here.
Too many guys going for the big hit instead of wrapping up the ball carrier.
Okay, well, it looks like we're going to get started early on this kind of thing.
Directing traffic. Going to the air on first down. And he makes the grade. Brady makes the tackle at the 42. Picked up 9 on the play. Second and about 1.
Well, I could try this run, although there's an awful lot of guys clustered in the box. If anybody misses a block, then this play will be dead, right?
Give it to the halfback.
I almost forgot how fast Allen is.
Yeah. Well, Golston just couldn't run fast enough to stay out in front of me, and I wasn't going to slow down because I didn't want someone catching up behind me, right?
Yep.
Defensive coordinators are going to try and make sure that doesn't happen in this one. It's going to be a tough challenge.
Hands it off to the fullback.
Oh, wow, okay. I had to jump over that guy, but...
Well, that's okay.
Gain of 7. Second and a deuce. Jenkins with a man in motion. On the move. And the catch is made.
Danny Jones makes the
Jones
catch.
catches the pass.
And almost runs away from the linebacker.
Yep, gets a nice gain.
Yeah, that just goes to show you again on that linebacker thing. Even wide receiver Danny Jones is a mismatch against the linebacker.
Yeah.
Keep them in the pocket.
Well, wide receiver, I think, like I said, I think, wow, look at this.
Really carve up a defense.
I think that
Looks like he's calling an audible.
there is an inherent advantage that wide receivers have over linebackers, right?
Pass
Yep.
on first down. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Brady pulls him down at the 20-yard line.
There, see, I just audibled. So the outside guys are just running like little square routes, right? And
we're back.
just trying to make the most of the personnel that I have, right?
And this is the sixth
Well, you're doing a
play
good job of it so far. You're steadily marching down the field.
Huh. Wow, look at this.
Looks like
Well,
he's
let's see what
changing
this
the
looks
play.
like.
I think they're expecting a run.
You think? Well, it's too late now to call an audible for the block. I guess we'll just have to
Passing on first down. Looking for a receiver.
throw the ball to Parkman.
Number 86 makes the catch, but doesn't get very
I don't even understand how he catches it.
Yeah. That's something, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the moment he becomes not a fullback, he can catch.
Yeah.
See what they can do in the red zone.
Maybe the fullback position gets a penalty to catching because, you know, Easley's been dropping passes all season long.
Yeah, I wonder about that, actually. You know, you could be right. So this is one of the examples where I try to use the fast halfback as a
Surveying the field.
fast wide receiver, right?
And it worked.
Slips behind the secondary and got open for the touchdown.
Now that's just how they practice. They go over this play all the time to practice.
And yeah, I caught them there playing some kind of a zone coverage where the corner stayed down at the line on that side.
Yep.
The kicking team heads out onto the field.
That's okay. While you were doing the offense drive, I refilled my drink and did something sacrilegious.
Oh, what did you do?
I poured Coke Zero into my Diet Pepsi glass.
Oh my God! Was your Diet Pepsi glass empty first though?
More or less.
More or less.
It's because I didn't have another can of Diet Pepsi.
Booming kick
Oh.
downfield.
Okay, well,
They're ready to go on offense for the first time.
Okay, they're already coming out in 3 wide receivers and tight end. What's the speed of their tight ends? I forgot to check that.
well,
Kind of receivable.
their second tight end might be considered a receiving tight end with a speed of 73.
First and 10. Number 27, the lone back. Hand off to the tailback.
Couldn't get off my guy in time.
Yeah, that guy held on to you just long enough.
Yeah, but that's worse than a boom. That kind of hit can loosen your teeth.
8-yard gain.
See, what I do with it when I only have one audible available is I'll line up in the opposite way of the audible all the time by default. And then that way, if I need to change sides,
Number 27.
I can, right?
Yep, that's what I do.
Bring him down at the 29. So he picks up about 5 on that run, moving the chains in the process.
Yeah, a really good call there, because the defense was sure that they were going to go with a pass play. When the ball was handed off, they kind of had to react mid-spring.
It's 1st and 10. Number 27 in the backfield. Mitchell, the man in motion. Pass play here on 1st down.
I've got the wrong thing going on
You
here.
had the wrong thing
Had the
going
wrong
on
play
there.
called there.
Yeah.
I think I pressed the wrong button in the play selection screen. Like, well, I guess I'm playing deep zone now.
Well, you know what? It's there with the new scheme. It's going to take a little getting used to, probably.
First and 10. Number 27 is the deep back. Number 17 sends a man in motion. We'll get the call again. Number 95 makes the tackle at the 46.
I had to drag him down from behind.
About 7
Yep.
yards there.
Well, they do have a good running back, right? Like he's a power runner with some speed.
Fifth play of this drive. About 2 to go. Mort in motion. Looking for room.
Wow.
Yeah, I
okay.
ended up taking up the lead blocker there. That was weird.
41.
Yeah.
Number 27 picks up the first on that carry.
The defense was taken out of their game plan on that play. No one was able to get away from their block until it was too late.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. The backs are lined up in an eye. Under pressure, gets rid of it, and it's caught. Number 20 records the tackle at the 31-yard line. And it'll be second and less than 2 following that pass for decent yardage.
I'll tell you, when you've got second and short, you can call
Had a little bit of a false start on that one.
Yeah. Well, like I said, new things quite often, take some getting used to, right?
Mort, the motion man. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside. Number 27. And he picks up just...
Well, pretty hard to stop a run play on that kind of situation.
Yeah, well, you met him at the line, but he fell forward, right?
It's 1st and 10. The quarterback lines up with 2 options behind him. Hand it off again. Number 95 is
My gap.
there to bring
Yep.
him down at the 28-yard line. A pickup of about 2.
See, what they're doing here, though, is lining up in the 3 wide receivers. I think they're looking for a post over the middle.
Yeah.
They'll
Probably.
go from the I formation. Again to the run. Thomas pulls him down at the 20-yard line. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
So they're inside the 20. Need to get a touchdown. Gets in there, to
There we go.
the sack.
Yeah.
Great job getting in there to drag the quarterback down. He picks up the sack.
He'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
Yeah, you might want to watch out for Sellers, too. I remember him, and I think he can scramble a little bit, too.
Now in second and long after the sack. The home team line up with two backs behind the quarterback. Dropping back. Pressure coming.
Oh, look at that. Well, that drive's over.
Yep, that's why you play the press coverage.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator knows their tendency. He sent his guys out there looking for a pass. He put it up, and boom, they get the interception.
And that's what I was doing the whole time. Once they got in where I could no longer back up, I switched to press coverage. You never want to play neutral coverage.
Yeah.
Because there's no benefit to it. You either want to play everybody backed off or everybody pressed.
Well, there was a big run for 1 yard.
It's second down and 9 to go.
So on 2nd and 9, we got to put 11 guys in the box. Because that's how you play 2nd and 9, right? Uh-oh. Took Coleman too long to get off the line, right?
Yeah, now you've got a 3rd and long. Normally I'd say this is a running situation.
Well, we'll see what happens here.
It's like they've got a dime flat.
Yep.
Surveys the field, rolls right, launches
overthrew it. It was an overthrow.
Well, that's okay. That guy went and batted down your overthrow anyways.
That's what you need to do when you're playing center field.
He's got to pad his statistics too, right?
Yeah. Well, that's okay. On the next possession, we'll go back to the 3 running back set and punish them when they line up like that on the line.
And he chooses not to return this one.
Well, that was a long punt.
You know, his leg is getting stronger and stronger, right?
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Drops back, closing in with the throw. He finds his man. Thomas with the stop at the 31. That was a good adjustment by the receiver as he reads the man coverage and finds open space.
The thing with these option routes is everyone has to make their read quickly and make their adjustments quicker. Running option routes and running them effectively takes a lot of...
So what are you playing here?
They'll go from the I formation.
I'm playing just some 3-man coverage. Or some 5-man coverage with 3 deep. That was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
This running back is more effective than some passing game.
Well, thing is, they come out and they passed on 1st down, so you made the adjustment, and then they ran, right?
Giving some cushion on the outside. Number 27, the lone back. Gets rid of it.
Oh, that was terrible pass coverage.
Yeah, but that's okay. The safety was there to knock it out.
Yeah, well, that's why we have the big safeties, right?
He's always been able to catch a ball.
See, it would be interesting to see what happens if you do the 4-3 thing and then try the audible and see what that does.
Safeties and corners up closer to the line of scrimmage to get in better position for a run.
Oh, that suction block.
Yep.
Right.
At the 48-yard line.
It's this suction block right here.
Yep. Yep, that's the offensive lineman superpower, right? In Madden 05, the suction block. And I mean, it's just the same thing as, like I've seen even in a recent video I watched from Ryan Moody, where he talks about how there's no way that a offensive lineman should be able to block a cornerback out in the open field, right?
27.
You know, like it just wouldn't happen. The corner would just laugh and run away from the guy, right?
Yep.
Because you got 100-pound plus weight difference there, and you got a defensive back who was recruited specifically for his speed and agility.
Need to reach the 38-yard
There's
line.
simply no way that that should be even possible in the open field,
Backing off.
unless that player, the defensive player, for some reason happens to be looking in the opposite direction or something,
Toss
right?
to the left. Miller makes the
Well, that
play
worked
at
pretty well
38. Gain of a handful.
against the toss.
Seventh play of this drive. Under a yard to go. Can't figure this one out, but they just backed up their corners and safeties, even though they'll probably see a run here.
I don't know. They're in the habit of passing on in these situations quite a lot, really, or running the toss. Oh, you just couldn't stop them behind the line.
Well, I even switched sides there, but, you know, when they've only got inches to go, it's pretty hard to stop.
Yeah, it's difficult to stop them when they have that short a distance. In my Super Bowl game, I managed to stop them in a 4th down situation where they ran, but it was 4th and 2. And I managed to stop them with less than 2 yards, right? But if they'd only needed a yard, I wouldn't have been able to stop them.
Perry stops him for negative yardage. It's 3 tackles so far for him today. Looks for a
See, and now they're behind where they were.
Yep.
The defense had great penetration, and they were right there to cover their gap assignment.
You know what? We're going to keep going with the man coverage thing here.
Just inside the 27. Number 27 lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Gets the pass.
Oh, that terrible coverage.
Caught, dives, and makes the
That's our starting corner, too.
finding the single coverage
Yep.
in secondary.
Well, the thing is, though, you recruit these guys to be bruisers, not coverage
Well,
guys,
we didn't
right?
recruit him, though. He actually came as a coverage guy.
Yeah.
So there's really no excuse for that.
Well, except that if he was a legacy player on the team, he was probably never that good to begin with, right?
The quarterback lines up with 2 options behind him. Slings it across the middle.
That's why we play that zone in the middle there.
Yeah,
Didn't
because,
help so much in that situation, but I guess they didn't get a touchdown.
well, sometimes you can jar the ball loose, though, right? More often than not, really. You will very often see the receiver drop the pass when he gets hit like that.
Read zone, but the quarterback reads man. You can see passes going right to defenders.
The home team line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. Number 52 is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 6-yard line. And they're trying to force the defense to adjust to that.
If they keep getting games like this, it could really open up things for them in the second half.
They can still pick up the first without scoring here. Number 27, the lone back. Pressure, throwing.
Wow. Well, the only thing you can say about that is at least he wasn't standing in the end zone.
Yeah, really, God, man.
That's the thing, though, right? Zone defenses in this game are flawed. Because if you know that was a situation where the receiver basically ran a curl and then turned around and stood in front of the zone defender, and the zone defender didn't do anything. He basically just passively stood there until the ball was thrown, right? That being said, this game is still better than Madden 12.
Well, what I probably should have done is tried to play a man cover press situation in that situation.
I don't know. I mean, you know what? Like, when they get down that close to the end zone, a lot of it is a guessing game, really.
From the 8-yard line.
Wow, we just had a missed block on Easley there. What are you doing, Easley? I don't think Easley is ever going to get better at blocking.
Well, I don't know. We'll try. We'll try and get him there, right?
So they have 1st and 10 here.
I just don't see it happening.
calling an audible now. Number 35 in motion. Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets the pass off. Diving tackle to bring him down. Sarah didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made
Well, we'll try that again.
Instead of trying something fancy, like going
Gonna
to the pit.
feed the ball to him?
Well, no, I'm coming out here like I want to try and run the ball.
Yeah,
But,
and your 3 running back set.
yeah. See, this here now, if the blocking holds up, I should be able to pick up a few yards.
Big if.
With the carry, number 97 with the stop at the 30.
Well, I didn't lose any yards anyway.
Dragged down before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
They have great size and quickness up front. That allows them to hold up against the run, while also giving them the speed to rush the passer. When they
Okay,
drop
what do we
back
got
to
here?
back.
It looks like we got a zone defense.
Changing the play now. With the throw, and this pass is completed. Barber brings him down at the 40. That little pass underneath will give them a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, what I like about this quarterback is how much he'll hit the receivers in the numbers. He puts the ball where either his guy will catch it or no one will.
See, the reason I like this formation is because it's more flexible, because I see the coverage on the left side here, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the corner isolated,
Dropping back,
and it's easier to complete this type of pass when you see that type of coverage, right?
Yep.
Fired that ball right into the receiver.
Yep, the receiver ran a precise route.
Oh, yeah.
Was making-
Let's I almost forgot. We'll put green in here now.
Back to the field. Second and short.
See, again, in theory, because they have the line shifted the wrong way, I should have an advantage here, right?
They'll go with a run once again.
And this time it worked out the way I thought it should, right?
Yep.
So they have first and 10 here.
Yellow, 16.
Green with a man in motion. He'll pass on first down. Throws it. And he makes the grab.
Look at Danny Jones. Oh, down. That was almost a touchdown.
Yep. If I had managed to make that last move at the right time,
First down, if this
then that was definitely going to be a touchdown. So I made an adjustment on my offense too, and I brought back the I formation big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I like the I formation big. And the other formation I replaced it with was sort of like a split backs 3 tight end thing.
And you weren't was such a big fan of that.
Well, I wasn't having a whole lot of success at it. Whereas if I want to run the ball a little bit even, the I formation big is a play or a formation that I can at least get some rushing yards out of once in a while, right?
The first
Yep.
down marker is just inside the 13.
No, okay. Well, I guess we'll go this way.
Allen.
I managed to break a tackle there, eh?
Yeah, well, Allen is getting to be a pretty big back, pretty strong back now, right?
Yeah, like I was actually using the
It's third down and a yard.
ball cover button there.
Yep.
And I managed to bounce off of that guy, right?
Directing traffic. Jones in motion.
I'm just anticipating a
Dropping
Player
back.
breaking through the line.
a failed run play there, right?
Daly records the tackle at the 1.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on third down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets him a first and keeps the drive going.
So he's got 3 catches for 49 yards so far today.
He's having a good day.
Yeah.
Yellow, 25.
Gives the ball off. That was an almost perfect run in that type of situation.
There, we'll get easily a rushing touchdown.
Created a little push, and the back just slammed right in there and got past the goal line.
I still think that putting him at fullback for a season will make him a better all-round player.
Maybe. Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Number 12.
It'd be nice if he improved at blocking. It would make him a better tight end.
The kick is up. The point after.
Well, he's already got the catching, right? So if he could block as well as he catches, he could be a pretty important player on the team, right?
And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 1. Defense looks to rebound after that last effort. They allow a touchdown. First and 10.
Yeah, it looks like it's taking you a bit to get used to even just finding the right player and that kind of thing too, right? Oh,
yep.
At the 19. And they went with a run on that play.
Yeah, sure looks like this guy's going to be involved in the offense today.
there's always a bit of a learning curve, even if it's something you designed yourself, right? There's always a bit of a learning curve when you do something new.
Number 27, the lone back. Looking down.
Oh, look at that. See that? I warned you.
Yeah, well, you know what? He can go ahead and try, but he's going to be fumble prone if he does that too much too, so
Yeah.
I'm not terribly concerned about it.
Well, it looks like your coverage was pretty good downfield anyway.
First down.
Another run. The 40. Number 52 stops him at the 46-yard line. Fresh set of downs after a nice pickup on the ground.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their block and allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
It's first and 10. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. Number 27, the lone back. Hand off on the draw. Takes off the tackle. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got caught.
That's another AI-oriented play, right? The draw play. I have never been able to successfully run a draw play in this game.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do in order to make them work at all, even.
Number 27 in the backfield. It's rid of it.
Ooh, well.
That took a nosedive.
Yeah.
Downfield as the pass ball's incomplete.
He had some room up in front of him to scramble out of the pocket and pick up a few yards. Maybe he should have done that.
No, John, he shouldn't scramble. Should never scramble.
Well, he is a bit of a threat to do it anyway, but... Wow, look at this. Don't see this formation too often. Oh, wow, it was like a wide toss to the halfback out there in that near formation, right?
Yep. Actually, here's an interesting thing, is the ball doesn't have collision when you run a toss play, so even if that fullback could run through the ball,
Yeah.
if he was fast enough, like say he's a 99 speed fullback, he wouldn't actually interfere with that toss.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons that I will make limited use of toss plays out of some of the tight formations that I have as well.
Because you can't get handoffs to work sometimes.
Yeah.
Will come in now to punt it away.
And also, defensive players can't burst through the line and tackle your quarterback when you're actually running a toss, right?
Fair catch. Ball on their own 13.
Well, looks like they're going to come out and play a zone defense here.
Number 47. Harry makes the play at the 13. 9 yards to go.
And again, look at this. Wow.
Changing the play now. surveys the field.
Yeah, throw it to Allen.
Yeah, I just had to wait for that linebacker to clear out of there, right? Luckily, the pass protection held up so that I could do that.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now. He sees something in the defense. Looks like he's changing the play.
Oh, shit. Okay. I guess we're going to the 2-minute warning now.
No, yeah, well, actually, you might be able to get this off.
Passing on first down.
There you go.
And this pass is completed. Howell stops him at the 31.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my. Okay, that's not good.
Yeah, that's really not good. Now you've got Kraus in there.
Nope, I think Allen or Jenkins will be back in.
It's second down and
Nope.
4 to go.
Oh, no, it is Kraus, too. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess he can probably throw the curls play as good as anybody, right?
You just got to sign Amos Paris out of free agency.
For an option, throwing. And he hits his target. Barber makes the tackle at the 46. First and 10. Throwing on first down. He's looking, rolling out to his left.
Oh, overthrew it again. How did Kraus overthrow that? Boy. That's really something.
Sixth play of this drive. Kraus sends a man in motion.
Okay, this looks like some kind of man coverage here.
Looking downfield, throws on the run, and he drops the man.
Just not having any luck at this.
Yeah, that looked like it was actually a drop. It looks like the guy tried to get his hand in there, but I think that was actually a drop.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Seventh play of this drive. Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Drops back. On the run. On the money.
Hey, look at that. Made a first down. Got out of bounds. Oh, no, I didn't get out of bounds, I guess, but okay.
Well, that's okay. You've still got a minute and a half.
Yeah, I've got some options now. I could even run the ball here if I wanted to.
See, you should just give the ball to Danny Jones all the time.
Yeah.
Well, Danny Jones got the block for you, but you just couldn't hit that gap.
Well, the problem was that there were too many people coming back. Like, see
Pinched
here.
nerve on Lake Green.
Yeah, see here. Right, the blocking all set up fine here, but the problem was
The entire line got
this
pushed back.
this guy, right here, because the offensive lineman there didn't do a good job of blocking him, and then 89 didn't pick him up afterwards.
Yep.
You know, like really he's a wide receiver, so I guess you can't expect too much from him. But yeah, Danny Jones did what he was supposed to do.
And we go back to the game. He's looking. Gets rid of it.
Yeah, throw it to Danny Jones some more.
He'll steal that one tomorrow.
Manage your time clock now, though.
Yeah.
You got 3
Asked
timeouts.
for a pickup
Yep.
of 5 on second down.
Don't need to call one just yet, though.
And this is the 10th play of this drive. They're in field goal range. Nickelback in this time. Number 88, the motion man. Dropping back, looking for an option.
Ooh, that was thrown a little bit too far to the inside of the field there.
Wanted some time to short
Well, Kraus does have issues, right?
Yeah.
So they have first and 10 here.
Actually, Lake Green's back out there now.
Yes, he is.
They'll make this
Yeah,
a
Lake
2
Green
possession
has
to get
problems
into
under
the end
pressure,
zone this
I've
time.
noticed.
They're just inside the 20. Mills in motion.
And that, I think, is a function of his awareness attribute.
First down, throwing on the run. Great throw.
There's a touchdown.
There you go.
Green puts the ball in the exact spot.
Glad he wasn't hurt too bad.
Yeah, just a pinched nerve.
Yeah. That sounds bad, actually, but I don't know. Maybe they pump him full of painkillers or something and then just send him back out there?
That's right. We'll give you a shot of morphine in the ass and you can just go walk it off.
Number 12 comes in to attempt the point after. And it's up. And he tacks on the extra point. They've now scored 14 unanswered points.
This is one of those teams that's never out of a game. If you let them get
But
going
anyway,
early,
that's
they
what I
can
mean
really
by
control the
overplaying
tempo
the
of the
run
game.
too, right?
If they fall
Because
behind, they have the
you shouldn't
weapons on the
have
offensive
receivers
side to
coming
put points on
open
the board very quickly.
that far.
He got all
Oh,
of
I think
that.
I just kicked this out of bounds.
That one
Yep.
is out of the end zone.
Occasionally you can get a mad scramble, though, because if that ball bounces back toward the middle of the field,
Then they're not
Which is-
expecting it.
I actually scored a touchdown on a kickoff for one time when that happened, because when I looked at the replay, the kick returner actually went so far out of his way to get away from that ball that he was standing under the goalposts when the ball bounced on the ground, right? Hey!
He tried to get away from me, but
Yep.
it wasn't going to work.
Turned that scramble into a sack.
Second and long.
But yeah, basically there was nobody on the receiving team anywhere near the ball after it bounced back into the middle of the play of field.
Yep.
And it was like literally the easiest touchdown I had ever scored, right?
He drops the pass. It looked like he'd come up with it, but he just couldn't get it under control.
He did a nice job of getting off the line and getting into his pass pattern. But he had the ball bounce right off his fingertips.
Kansas City puts its secondary in better position to stop the pass. They line up in the I formation. Looks like he's changing the play. Gets rid of it.
Oh.
Well, that's okay. At least you got it covered.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
They're not going to get too far.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
First and 10. Kansas City doesn't want a long pass over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary. Only one man back. Rogers in motion. He'll pass on first down.
Yeah, they left the tight end in to block.
And it's complete. The home team call a timeout. They have
Nope, now they're going to kick a field goal, or they're going to try.
Now they'll probably make it from this distance.
Yeah, well, 48-yarder is not a chip shot. It depends on if they have a good kicker or not, I guess.
He's made some big kicks in his career, but this one I think might be a little out of his range. And it's on
Yeah,
its
he
way.
made it.
Lettering kicks it through.
No problem for him. Whatever the situation, he'll approach it the same way. Cool and smooth.
Good kick should be returnable. From the 13-yard line.
Parkman is just a little too slow to get out there.
Yeah,
You saw he was locked onto that blocker. He really wanted to block that guy, but he's just too slow.
Yeah.
So they have first and 10 here.
And you know if he'd have made contact with him, he would have blocked the shit out of that guy.
Well, I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
Throwing on first down. He's looking. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Just can't find a way to bring that one in. So after the
Oh,
first
well.
2 quarters of play, the score is 21-10.
We are up against one of the better defenses in the league here, so I guess we're not doing too bad.
Indeed.
Anyway, must be time for the halftime stretch.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And so
We'll go back to the play on the
we
field.
have to kick the ball away to start the second half. By the way, that long, remember I commented, wow, that was a long punt when I punted that one time?
Yep.
That was a 70-yard punt
Oh my god.
that netted 50 yards even with the touchback.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, I punted the crap out of that ball.
I can't believe he ran that out still.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
Start this drive from the 16-yard line. First and 10. They'll go from the I formation. Camp sends a man in motion. Passing on first down. Closing in. Throwing short to the right side.
Nice.
And that brings up second down.
There's Dwayne Matthews getting in on the play.
He believes that his team leads right now, but he has concerns about his defense. He's disappointed in their lack of intensity and the missed tackles that have resulted in big plays. He knows that rapid improvement is needed if they hope to protect this lead. Al?
Wonder if they're going to try that toss play again. Nope, they handed it to the fullback up the middle.
Yeah, well.
They have been running like a very run-heavy offense, though. Like I was looking at the halftime stats, and they have run almost twice as often as they've passed in this game, which is unusual for an AI team, right?
Oh, he cut back on me.
Yeah.
Jackson makes the tackle at the 35. Gain of 9 on the play. About a yard to go. They'll go from the I formation. Pressure, throws it.
Oh, wow, look at that, eh? What kind of coverage were you running there?
Just the standard mixed man zone.
Yeah.
But I was running it out of the 4-3 instead of running it out of the nickel. So, the same scheme we've been playing all game long.
I just want to see who I got here. I think I want Green to play another quarter yet. Okay, we got Hart. Okay. That's fine. White up to halfback 2. Okay, that's still fine. Except we'll give Golston a rest and we'll put Brandon in. And then I think we also want Brandon to be fullback 1. Look at that, Danny Jones has been promoted to wide receiver 2. Bit of a rest, we'll throw Rope. Okay, that looks fine.
Yeah, actually, I'll probably have to make some personnel adjustments myself, now that I think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because the AI doesn't always do the things that you would want to do, right?
So let's pick up the action. After the interception, they'll take over a good score.
The fans are not happy, and I'm going to have to run this play. I'm not even going to have time to motion somebody.
The toss to the left.
Not sure that it would have made a difference there.
I had so little time, I could not even call an audible, right?
He knows how to prepare, and it really pays off when he makes stops like that.
They can convert for a first down by reaching the 2.
I couldn't even call an audible because they basically gave me no time at all.
Yeah, they always rob you on a change of possession.
It was all I could do to not take a delay of game penalty. So we'll throw the ball to Danny Jones.
Jones makes the catch. No more additional yardage, though, so it'll be third down. Eight is the magic number right now.
Well, let's see what they come out with this time. Are they playing a zone defense? It looks like they are.
He's looking, gets the pass off.
Wow, did Sarah ever come open on that?
Yeah, he's a little bit faster than Marshall, right? It's the same play I throw to Marshall a lot, but he is a little bit speedier than Marshall. Basically, all he did was he just ran out to the flat underneath, right?
Yep.
So basically, I think I got Marshall here actually running the corner route now. And it looks like the linebacker there just stopped when he got to... Look at that, 2 guys covering Parkman.
Oh, look at the coverage on Parkman, too. Number 51 there. He's really doing the Parkman coverage. He knows nobody's going to throw it there.
Yeah.
He'll cover him with his ass.
Yeah, but see how they've got all these guys, like, look at that. They've got 4 guys covering 2 over here, and nobody's covering him, right?
And we go back to the game.
I don't know how you would not score it. The only way I could not score a touchdown on that play is if Sarah dropped it.
The kick is up, and the extra point is good. The visiting team.
I don't know. Some of these partial man coverages and things that these guys run, I think are just broken, right?
Yep.
Because I know I run lots of partial man schemes in my defenses too, but
we don't have problems like that.
I don't have problems like that because I use, like zone defenses, particularly short zone defenses, to cover up the holes, right?
Yep.
Home team need to rebound quickly as they start this run at the 15.
Oh yeah, I gotta take a look at my personnel situation.
Whereas the AI defensive plays that use partial man seem to want to use the extra guys that are not in man coverage as pass rushers, right? You know, like they're when they only have a 4-man coverage scheme, for example, they're blitzing.
You know what? We're gonna take Pete and we're gonna put in Knack for it early.
Okay. Why don't you give Roble a rest and put Pete in Roble's spot there?
Oh yeah, I could do that. There you go.
That way, if you do run any more 4-3, then see, I'd really like to see what that 4-3 personnel using the your new 2-4-5 package does, right? You know, like if they line up in a appropriate offensive formation.
We gotta adjust this. Hasty. We want Hasty out there.
Gotta give the new guy a chance, eh?
That's right. Sort by position. Want Hasty. I mean, Hasty's not exactly new. I guess he's new-ish. Mills can stay there, I suppose. Then we want Miller. Then we want... Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter if it's Gooden or Thomas out there. I guess we'll leave Gooden out there. Yeah, Gooden's not a bad player. He's 82 overall. He's just covering like crap.
Yeah. He's getting old now, too. He's like 30 years old.
And welcome back. It's 1st and 10. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion.
Oh, you had it work. It worked once, so you're going to try it again now?
Handed off to the back. Missed the tackle. He can't wrap
Wow,
it up.
I heard
Running through three tackles.
3 missed tackles on that play. Yep.
Down along the offensive line on that play, but the defense couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, it's because they got beat by a very slippery runner. But that's inexcusable for both guys to miss them after getting a clean shot.
So they have 1st and 10 here. John, their first down rushing average is very impressive.
Yeah, sometimes a strong running game doesn't always translate into scoring a lot of points.
Oh my god.
Penalty marker down.
The center false starts.
Perkins moved a little early there.
Yeah, the rule
Wow.
for the offensive line is once you put your
You know,
hand
like I
down,
said before,
you can't move
during
until the
our
ball
last Madden 12, I think I said what they should do is they should basically just go back
So now
all the
it's
way back
1st
to
and
Madden
15 after the
05
penalty.
and then start building improvements on that. And that's one of the things that you do is,
They've been very
first of
good
all,
at rushing
the
ball
center
on first
never
down,
false
but still
starts,
trail.
okay?
Yeah, they're
He's the
getting
guy
some
that
solid
starts the
blocking
play.
inside and outside.
Yeah, he can't false
There's
start.
there's no reason why he would false start,
Brady Sutton
right?
pulls in that pass, making
He just
it
forgot to
fourth
snap it, okay?
of the game.
Yeah, it's like snap the ball first, then move. You know, like they could do things like improve the run blocking, improve defensive pursuit angles, that kind of thing. And probably build something good out of this, basically.
Drops back with the pass. This
Well,
pass
you
is
had the coverage there that time.
Yeah, I think that was Hasty, actually.
Yeah.
Because I told Hasty to jam that guy. And Hasty is, well, he's actually a safety, so...
Yeah. Safety's playing corner.
As they get ready for this third down play, we'll take a look at how they've done today.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Under pressure, gets rid of it. Behind him, but he has it. Perry with the stop at the 35. Brown didn't get enough for the first.
Yeah, we've got both outside linebackers out there on the play there. Perry and Dwayne Matthews.
Yeah.
Harrison will come
Oh,
in
that was
to
part
pick
of
up the
your
punt.
package, was it?
Yep.
I just noticed you had 4 guys down in 3-point stances there. I thought you had something else going on, but...
He's waving for the fair catch.
Okay, here we go.
First and 10.
I've actually only run a play out of this formation once so far in this game, and it worked okay, so...
The visiting team have been doing a great job throwing on first down, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
This is what makes our offense so effective sometimes. They keep the defense off balance.
Hand it off. Back
And it worked
with
okay this time,
at
too.
the 33-yard line.
That's because Sarah can block at least a little.
Well, they see, that's why I moved that guy over there, because I was hoping he would engage that space linebacker, which he did.
Yep.
And then, you know, like I get a nice block from the guard and the left tackle there on the linebacker. You see that? Like everybody did what they were supposed to do on this play, right?
Yep.
Back to the game.
Which it doesn't happen all the time.
But
For
when
sure.
it does...
But when it does, then good things happen, right?
They need 5.
Blue, 58.
Green.
Well, I
sends
guess
a man
maybe
in
we'll
motion.
see if Pete Clark can catch a pass now.
He's not bad at it.
On the
Yeah,
move.
well, he caught that one.
The 40. Bailey is the guy who's here to bring him down at the 46-yard line. Nice job buying a little bit of time and then completing the pass for the first down.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be
I mean, he was the
careful
guy
on.
who I used to throw it
He
to.
likes to open
Yep.
things up a little downfield, buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
The visiting team have handled this defense, John, as they've averaged over 8 yards per pass play on first down.
And the scoreboard helps.
We'll
tell
just
the
put
story.
another blocker over on this side, hey?
Yep.
Nope, not going to happen.
Not gonna work.
Loss of a couple. White wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call.
See what I mean, though, right? Like, it seems like you run a play
He's changing the play.
where it looks like you should have the advantage in personnel. Like, you literally outnumber them on that side of the field.
Drops
Yep.
back.
And then, yet, you can't actually get any success there because a block breaks down or
third reception of the game.
the player who's supposed to be doing the blocking completely ignores the guy in front of him or something stupid happens, right?
Yep.
Nickelback in this
That's
time.
basically why I
Green
moved to the
sends a man in
speedy
motion.
running back archetype.
Yeah. Well,
He surveys the field, gets the pass off. Taylor records the tackle at at the 42-yard line. Green doing an excellent job on this drive.
Things are really slowing down for him right now. He's seeing the coverage and finding the open man with ease. He's really in some kind of rhythm out there.
Okay, so we're running to the right. They got the line shifted the wrong way. Counting from the center over, I outnumber them 4, 5, 6 to 4. Okay.
Hand it off to the fullback. Right, records the stop.
Well, you got a good block there.
Yeah. So what happened there? What was supposed to happen actually happened there,
That's
right?
a perfect example of how to run the ball from the fullback position. I really like his strength and determination. He really shows that he can do on runs like that.
Set. Green, 25.
Mills in motion.
Angle left.
Dropping back. Throws it. And this pass is completed. The 20.
The big catch.
Stops it
Yep.
at the 10. Green.
Well, you can definitely see the difference between Alex Mills and Danny Jones, right?
Seeing everything, making great decisions and getting the ball to the right guy. He's playing very well right now.
10 yards away from the end zone.
Not too sure how this is going to go, but I guess we'll see.
And he'll get the call.
Oh, didn't get a wide receiver block on the corner that time.
On that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
Well, let's see if we can do the same thing here, if we can bust the zone on that side again.
Yes.
Surveying
Yep.
the field. Throws on the run. On the money. Right. Makes the stop at the 2-yard line. After hauling in that pass, he now
3rd and 2, huh? Yeah, let's do this. We haven't done this in years. It's been a long time since we've done this.
And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on 3rd down.
We got a fast fullback out in front of us here.
Going to the left.
Okay.
He always displays great awareness, and he gets him
Ah,
there and
well.
brings him down for a loss.
You can run the clock down a little more while you go for the field goal.
Right now. He anticipates, closes, then boom. He drags the ball carrier down for a loss.
That is actually one of the only out-of-the-box toss plays that actually works.
But even then, it's still a toss play.
But even then, it's still a toss play. Like, the defense is already moving in the direction of the toss before the ball is even exchanged from the quarterback to the running back, right?
Score again and are comfortably
You know, they did a lot of cheaty stuff
kick it deep.
in order to defend the run in this game, and I think that's one of the reasons why you can break the defenses if you're willing to pass the ball a lot,
Got
right?
hold of that one.
It's because
No,
they're
I've always had trouble. I've never had the success passing that you do.
Down in the kick might have been the better option, John.
You can't really fault the returner for trying to make a play for his team. He just needs to
Well,
be
if this were a closer game, I probably would have went with shotgun empty backfield there and just tried beating them with a pass into the end zone,
Brown,
right?
the deep man.
But because we're playing with a big lead already anyway,
Play action.
oh boy, did that guy ever bite on a play fake. Man, oh man.
Ball carrier.
And when you talk about getting unloaded on, that's what happened here. He just got unloaded
Where are
on.
you going, man?
Well, he is kind of a dur player, right?
Keep the drive alive.
Now, he's actually getting pretty experienced now, so he's got a decent awareness
Yeah.
rating at this point. But
Yeah, you probably should have gotten more pressure on the quarterback than you did there, so
he just bit stupidly
But
hard.
half of your defense bit on that play fake like crazy, right? That being said, though, you can forgive them for doing that in this one because,
Jackson.
like I said, these guys, their play selection has been 2-1 in favor of the run, right? So I can see play action tying things up in knots on you in this one. The thing that drives me crazy about it in other games where the AI offense only runs the ball like once every 4 or 5 plays is that I don't think they should have any kind of success with play action, right? I think that the amount of success that play action has should be directly related to how much effort you actually make toward running the ball, right?
Only one man back. Can't with a man in motion. Drops back with the pass. Incomplete pass.
Well,
Yeah, we had the man coverage and the flat zone over there.
yeah, you got the stop that time.
Without interference.
Yeah, we were running our man coverage flats over there.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to complete a pass into that.
See, the reason that I like this scheme, though, is because you are flexible enough to be able to defend the pass in much the same way you do with the 3-man line.
He's ready to pump
But
this
you've
one
got
away.
some bigger players in the middle there in case they do run, eh?
Here's
Well, I'm
the
not
pass.
entirely convinced on it yet. I did give up 10 points this game after all.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly happy with my defensive performance.
Yeah, but a lot of that too, though, is you just trying to get familiar with the new scheme too. Like I noticed that I saw you quite a bit kind of groping with the controls, trying to figure out what you wanted to do and that kind of thing, right?
At points, yes.
Passing on first down.
And Danny Jones run the flat pass, he sure can.
And then he can get hit stick.
Yeah.
And that was enough to stop him.
Second and short upcoming after a good pickup through the air.
Right here is one of those
Only you had Big Ben here.
Pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go with the play fake and look for something deep.
Well, we don't exactly have the type of quarterback that is going to like run sneaks in this game successfully, because the quarterback sneak in this game is far
Dropping back.
less likely to be successful.
Right to him. The 50. Right. Records the tackle at the 42.
Yeah, whereas in Madden 12, it's guaranteed to be successful.
Yeah.
At least he easily caught that one.
Well, not guaranteed. You did fail once.
Oh no, I failed once out of like the 24 times, 3 dozen times that I tried it.
Yeah, in 10 or 11 games, you actually failed in a 4th down attempt, quarterback sneak attempt
So
once.
we reach the end of the third quarter with the visiting team ahead of the home team. 31-10.
Okay, well, now it's Krause's turn to play. And I think I also had... yeah, okay, let's give Clark a rest here, and we'll let Jefferson play for a bit.
Playing the position he was originally drafted for.
Yeah. Well, he can catch, too. Like, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, well, he did play a season at wide receiver.
Yeah. Okay, that's still fine. I'm happy with that. Good with that. Okay, so we got this guy here, a rookie named Holt. We might as well let him play a little bit too. So we'll go on for Holt. And for
Cohen.
Owen. Okay. I think that's it. We have one extra tackle on the team.
Let's get back to the play on the field. 1st and 10. The home team come out in a nickel
Okay,
back.
sure, we'll try this.
White.
See that?
Face mask.
No blocking over there though, right?
42.
You know what I mean?
Marker down the field.
Like, that's a cornerback. Somebody should be able to, even if it's a wide receiver or a halfback, somebody should be able to block him, right?
Especially when you got 2 guys going out in front of you in that direction.
Yeah.
It would have been a 5-yard penalty.
It's not like I'm expecting. Maybe I should put a couple of extra offensive linemen in the backfield. Then they can suction block everybody, right?
Could work.
Jefferson. Ilko with the stop at the 21-yard line.
See, that's how the off-tackle run is supposed to work. I'm not greedy. If I could get 4 or 5 yards each time I run this play, or at least most of the time when I run this play.
So you could call it full house 4 tight ends.
Yeah.
Right, and then have a package that swaps all the tight ends for offensive linemen. That's what you could do.
Calling an audible now. Throwing. Great pass. Taylor makes the stop at the 13. Nice ball going to the air, and that'll move the chain. And this is the 6th play of this drive.
Because I would run the ball more if I could, right?
Directing traffic. Number 35, the man in motion.
Okay, we got a quick tight end on the right there with only... Oh, no, they just moved somebody else over there.
Drops back. Looking downfield.
It's okay, they're not covering Danny Jones.
Yeah, Danny Jones catches the touchdown pass.
In the end zone.
This is what good, experienced receivers do. They excel when they're
He's a
given
good,
the
experienced
opportunity
receiver
to make
In
who's
spite
been
of
playing...
not having played a season as
who's been
receiver.
playing defensive back for us for 4 seasons.
Yeah.
He's got 100 yards in this game.
Number 12 comes in to attempt the point after.
We're going to see if we can get Danny Jones into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, God. Yeah, being a two-way player.
Yeah. Well, he's made the Pro Bowl playing nickel corner, and he's made the Pro Bowl playing free safety. And now we'll see if we can get him into the Pro Bowl playing wide receiver.
Booming kick downfield.
They might take a touchback here.
Yep, they did.
Start this drive.
It was just past that threshold, right?
It's 1st and 10.
See, I think once you get settled in here and get a bit of practice at this, this is a good scheme. And that pass there is a perfect example of why, right? Because against these teams that like to throw sideways, this is going to be a very, very tough on that kind of play, right?
Drops back. Closing in.
I actually had to turn around there.
Nice determination there, yeah.
Yeah, well, I actually had to turn around there after that and actually turn back.
Is that our rookie defensive end?
It is, yep.
Yeah.
And still get a pass rush.
See, defensive ends can play defensive tackle. You don't need to draft dedicated defensive tackles. You just need to draft defensive ends, because if you get bad defensive ends, then they can play linebacker.
Actually, we're pretty wealthy at defensive line right now, which is why, assuming that we go to a season 6 with this franchise, I'm already working on bringing back the monster, right?
Yep.
Because we have so many good defensive linemen on this team that it just makes sense to have them on the field, right?
Now, here's the thing I don't get about curl coverage.
Yeah, well, they're very passive, right? Like, why is he just standing there?
And not only that, he's standing there for like 1, 2.
Yeah, he doesn't react until the ball's thrown, basically, right? The same thing, it's more noticeable with zone defenses, but it's the same thing with that zone defense that you ran where they scored the touchdown on you. The defender did the same thing. He basically gave that receiver some space and then stood there and didn't move until the ball was thrown, right? And that's just a flaw in the way. Oh, yeah, see there?
It's okay, they'll throw play action to behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. But that's why I like this scheme too, right? It would actually be a pretty good, like I said, a pretty good goal line option for you too if you put your 4-3 out there
Lines up
and you
behind
wanted
the
to...
fullback.
Oh, look at that. You actually skipped over a guy there. Yeah?
Yeah, and then that's Jefferson coming in.
Yeah.
Jefferson skipped over a guy too, so I skipped over my guy and ended up picking up Jefferson's guy.
Nice.
And then Jefferson is fast enough because he's a defensive end that he actually ran around this guy who was my guy. And he's actually faster than Dwayne Matthews too, actually.
The
Yep.
offensive line is having a lot of trouble getting it together.
You have to be able to protect your quarterback in that type of
But anyway, like I was saying, I think that nickel 2-4-5 would be a good, if you had mirror audibles with that, that would be a good audible choice to make adjustments out of your 4-3 with it too, especially...
Well, and I do have mirror audibles with it
Yeah,
too.
especially in the red zone.
Or the ability to have mirror
Yeah.
audibles.
Yeah, especially in the red zone because, then you've got defensive ends who are very capable of playing linebacker positions, right?
Yep.
And then you'd have your defensive tackles in the middle.
And we've got linebackers very capable of playing defensive line positions.
Yeah.
Here's the punt. Fair catch call.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'll give it another try in another game yet. Maybe I'll see about maybe even using it as opposed to the 3-3-5 as an audible situation. We'll see how that works maybe.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't write it off yet until you've, worked with it a bit because, like I said, you can't expect it to be instantly... Uh-oh, I might get a delay of game penalty here, maybe. Nope.
No, you're fine. It's because Kraus was still doing the...
Wow, look at Kraus throw the bomb. Wow.
Yeah, he was still in the quarterback picks up his feet animation, so he didn't do a hand wave animation.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how sometimes when they're back there, they pick up their feet and put them down while they're in the shotgun?
Yeah.
So he was in that animation, which meant that he couldn't wave his hands around.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get a delay of game penalty there, but I guess I was lucky.
Changing the play. Jones in motion. The carrying.
There, finally we got some success on the ground.
Big hit there.
Yeah, luckily I was covering the ball when that happened.
See, White is a pretty quick running back.
Yep. Look at that, I got 52 yards rushing now. Wow. I don't like the way that linebacker's leaning over there.
Jefferson. Number 51.
Okay, well, I guess we'll get another chance, even though after that bad blocking.
The officials are signaling that he grabbed the face mask.
Sometimes the defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down. This time he got caught pulling him down by the mask.
Inside enemy territory.
Okay.
Kraus with a man in motion.
I don't know if... Oh, yeah, Jefferson can catch, can't he?
Yep.
He's actually got pretty good hands.
Because he used to be a wide receiver. Well, actually, he used to be he was a halfback who we converted to wide receiver because we wanted to make a move towards bigger, stronger wide receivers who could run block.
I guess I'm kind of messing with that plan for the time being, at least, aren't I?
Well, I don't know about that. You didn't actually draft any speedy wide receivers.
I didn't draft any wide receivers at all.
Yeah.
I just went with the ones that you had already basically built.
Well,
right?
and basically the only reason why we even ended up with Jefferson is because we were looking for a third Kelvin Allen.
Yeah.
This one is handed off. Number 35 got the carry and put it in for 6 for the second
And so that's what
time.
we're doing, right? I draft a running back every single draft, or a couple of running backs every single draft, and if they aren't suited to play running back, then they end up playing wide receiver until they get pushed out.
Yeah. Just like me with drafting defensive tackles.
Number 12.
Yeah, except I draft defensive ends. Or linebackers. Because linebackers can play defensive tackle just fine, apparently.
Well, that one can.
24 unanswered points.
Have you got him out there right now? Is he the guy? He's the guy that got the sack on
No,
that.
that was our defensive end, who is also a linebacker.
Yeah. Our
With similar statistics.
Oh, let's see if I... Yeah, okay. The wind kept me in. Our defensive end backer.
Yep, our defensive end backer.
Yeah.
Not what they wanted on
Yeah,
that.
you'd have 11 linebackers out on the field if you could, I'm sure.
Find the seam, then run for daylight when he breaks through.
Well, I have to say I'm a very big fan of how linebackers actually can be played at so many different positions. It makes them a really high-quality draft pick.
You like that versatility.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Number 50 there, he may not have made the play, but he definitely drove that play backward, right?
Yeah, that was Platt, actually. Remember Platt, the guy who never sees the field? Well, he sees the field here because we have all the linebackers out on the field.
Yeah.
It's second down and a long way to go. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Gets the pass off, and it's complete. Tackled at
Well,
the
Hasty
30.
still isn't the best coverage guy, so he's still working on that, right? He's only got 59 awareness.
Yeah. Well, it's tough on your coverage guys when the quarterback gets that kind of protection too, right?
Coverage along the outside. Cross play to the right. Missed.
Oh, stiff-armed him.
Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got popped. I'll tell you one thing, he's going to feel that in the morning. Yeah, that back is really tearing things up down there.
Second and 4.
You're on him. You're on him. Mike, cover, Mike.
Brown, the lone back. Cash sends a man in motion. Drops back. Pressure. Goes with a short pass.
There, that was a good pressure from the backside that time, right?
Yep.
Because he managed to avoid the cut block there. I think it's dime time.
I think so too.
Fifth play of this drive. And here's a look at each team's success.
See, what you
on
could do
third
here
down
if you
so
wanted to
far.
have mirrored
Third down
images
conversions
or
is a
mirrored
keeper stat. When you convert on
audibles
third
with that
down, you keep three
new
things.
defensive
You
system
keep your drive going,
is
you keep their defense on the field,
you could use
and
your
you keep
dime
defense
setups
resting
here
on the
as your
sideline.
3-man line audibles.
Oh, we just hurt someone here.
Yeah.
And Jill will fill us
You know,
in
you
in a
could use your like dime system here as your 3-man audible mirrors, right?
Yeah.
Because they're compatible with your nickel setup anyway. So if you want nickel on the field, you could still use the dime audibles to change sides for your pass rush.
Sixth
And
play
then
of
you
this
could
drive.
have
The ball
your
is right at midfield.
you know,
The corners move
2,
up
4,
by this one
5 here with mirrored audibles too, right?
Brown
Oh, I missed him.
brings him down.
That's
at
okay.
the 42.
I'll tell you, this defense is getting run over.
So they need about 3 here. Jill, what can you tell us about the injury?
I was able to talk to the team doctor, and he indicated that it is a minor injury. They expect that he'll take a series or 2 off, then return to
Ooh,
the field.
that time, look what happened there.
That would be Lewis coming through, making the hit.
Yeah. So it looked like they left. Did they leave someone extra in on the left there?
Yep.
Yeah,
tight
they
end.
did. They left the tight end in, and
He just ran him over.
He just ran him over. Yep.
Back to the field. 8th play of this
Yeah,
drive.
and because they left the tight end there I ended up getting a double team on me.
Yeah, and it's like
The home
because of the
team line up
unusual
with 2
alignment
backs
that you
behind
have
the
here.
quarterback.
It's, you know, especially in the passing game, it seems to cause trouble for the offensive line, right?
Records the stop at the 27.
Well, I got in there as fast as I could, but it just wasn't
This
meant to be.
offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
And this is the 9th play.
See,
of
you've
the
got
drive.
that
Inside
those
enemy
2
territory.
mirrored plays
They'll
there
play
with the
things
hook
tighter
zone
on
in the middle,
outside.
and I would use those as my mirrored
Gets the
audibles,
ball.
right?
Fakes the handoff. Great pass. Mills with the tackle at the 20-yard line. Nice looking play there, John. They have a second and short now.
And what made it work is a good pass protection and the look off. He just didn't give anything away on that one.
This is the 10th play of this drive. They're within striking distance here. Can't. Sends a man in motion. With the throw. And the catch is made. Mitchell was there to make the catch. For the
See, they're
first
leaving
down.
so many extra people in to block all the time. That's why you're not getting the pressure like you were before, right? Because they're leaving 2 or even 3 extra blockers in.
Yeah, but there's not really much you can do about it.
No, there isn't.
8 is
But,
the magic number right now.
you know, like if you had the first string coverage guys out there, then some of these passes that they're completing with only 2 guys going out into the pattern might not work as well, right?
Jefferson makes the stop at the
That's an
4-yard
interesting
line.
choice to dive
4-yard
at the
gain on
4-yard line, eh?
Just 4 yards from the goal line now. The defense is going to play this one very tight. He'll get it again.
Ah!
Wow.
I couldn't make contact with him. I was too busy stumbling backwards.
Yeah.
The offense has been knocking on the door, and now they just kicked it down.
Yeah, you were in a stumble backward animation and you couldn't get out.
Brand comes in to attempt the point after.
I'm surprised they haven't given up on the run by now with the score being what it is, though. Really.
The home team still down by a bunch. And they'll try the onside kick here because they don't have much of a choice. They have to get the ball back. Here's the onside kick.
Edwards recovers the onside
The
kick.
defense gave up a touchdown on the last series.
Yeah, they kicked it right at him.
Waking up, solidarity is evident. Harmony moves, time is irrelevant. People to places, the message basic.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
See how they put a 4-3 out against a 4 wide receiver set here?
Passing on 1st down. Surveying the field. And it's complete. Right with the
That's
stop.
why I can pick them apart like that,
22-yard
right?
line. And so a risky call to send the corner backfires.
See if they do it again. I'll call the same play.
Quarterbacks love blitzing corners because they know that there's one
Yeah,
less
see that
cover man
4-3
out
against
there,
the 4
and they
wide
have a lot
receiver
better
set.
shot at hitting someone in stride.
Calling an audible. Going in the air on 1st down. With the pass, and the catch is made. Bailey makes the tackle at the 12.
And that, as far as I'm concerned, is stupid, right?
They also gave you a 1st down for that.
Yeah, I got a generous spot on that one, but still, what are you doing putting a 4-3 defense out against 4 wide receivers, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark. The home team come out in a nickel package.
Well, okay, I guess that pretty much decides that, doesn't it?
Silver 36.
Throwing on 1st down. Throwing.
Wow, Superman.
Baseball's
Yeah.
incomplete.
But you see what I mean? Like, they overplay the run, right? They're focused so much on stopping the run in this game that that they're easy victims when it comes to the passing game, right?
Oh, you didn't want to try running it to the left?
No. There's no percentage in it.
Looking downfield.
Besides, I can throw another touchdown pass to Danny Jones. Fuck.
Great play.
The defense just
Right?
seemed to lose
You
track
just,
of them down
like,
there.
they line up
Do a
and they
better
put,
job keeping the play
you know,
in front
9,
of them
10,
so that
11
that
guys
guy
on the
doesn't
line like that. And, you know, like, that's just an invitation for me to pick them apart, right?
Yep.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point. And it's up.
And if I could run for 100 yards a game, I'd be happy to, you know, I'd be content doing that.
Yep.
But they won't let me.
The visiting team
So-
are lined up for the kickoff.
That's why we end up with 50-point games, right?
And he got all of that one. A great kick.
Well, he might take a touchback on this one. Yeah.
He did.
Passing game is really working for them. We saw that on their last possession as they worked their way down the field for a touchdown. And let's see if they can do it again here. Only one man back.
See, I think that your new scheme would work better if you used the mirrored audibles too, right? Because a few times you got tied up by the offensive line because you weren't able to switch sides. You know?
On some of those too, though, I was playing the run as well.
Mm-hmm.
With the pass. Incomplete. The safety makes a nice play, getting to the ball and tipping it away.
Next game that we play, if I were you, that's what I would do. This is exhibition, right? So it's none of this even counts. So, you know, you could try doing the mirrored audible thing with those. Well, Dwayne Matthews got another sack. Oh, look at this. They're going to hurry up. They're going to go on 4th and 20.
Get rid of the ball. Give your receivers a chance to make a play. You just can't take a sack in a situation like that.
Dwayne Matthews is going to sack him again at the 5-yard line.
Dwayne Matthews is going to improve a whole shitload.
It's your last shot. You're going for it. At least
look at how big he is, man.
Yeah. Well, he is a defensive lineman playing linebacker, right?
Yeah, we put him there because he was quick. If you're a quick defensive lineman, you play linebacker. If you're a slow linebacker, you play defensive line.
Calling an audible.
Well, I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll give it a try.
Jefferson.
Well, Easley is going to run into the end zone like he thinks he has the ball. And then Jefferson is going to run into the end zone.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's basically nothing fancy. It's just a halfback dive play, right? And the way that I got him to actually stick with the dive line is that I moved him in the middle in the play creation
all the way back. Yep.
And then gave him a back step dive, right?
Yep.
But I still have the ability to bounce it to the outside if I have to, right?
Yep. Which you had to.
Yeah, which I had to there. However, that being said, if you look at number 32 there, he did a pretty good job of getting through and getting somebody in the second level. And Easley's going after the safety. That's where he's going. And he did a great job of blocking that safety, even though that safety had no chance of being part of the play, right?
Yep.
The kicker lines up for the point after.
Oh, well, we got to credit this score to you because when I start with the ball on the 5-yard line, it's pretty hard not to score a touchdown.
Well, at least I managed to do something productive other than give up points.
Yeah, well, like I said, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's exhibition. A lot of the time, you don't have the players out on the field that you are going to in an actual regular season game. Oh, he broke a tackle there.
Wow. All right, well, I think we're going to have to pause for a quick minute here.
Oh, okay.
And we're back.
And we go back
yes. To the game. And you are back on defense again already.
The corners playing back. Calling an audible now. Brown, the lone back. Cash sends a man in motion. Looks like he's calling an audible.
Well, they're going to have a tight end on both sides, damn it.
No, that's okay. We'll just rush from the strong side because it's easier.
Yeah.
Under pressure with the pass. He hits his receiver. Mills brings him down at the 33-yard line, loosening up the coverage on the outside. He'll pass on first down. Pressure coming.
Ooh, you almost got there that time.
Yep.
Would have been a hip check, though, right?
Running the ball isn't going to do a whole lot of good now.
He'll go from the I formation. Closing in, gets the pass off. Pass falls in.
I don't know whether number 22 spoiled a interception chance there or whether he actually made the play.
I think he spoiled it, but that's okay, because the safety should have not been trying to go for the interception.
Brown, the lone back.
There's another sack.
For Dwayne Matthews.
Yep. He overpowers the halfback and
You have to get rid of the ball in that situation. Throw it underneath. Throw it away. You can't take the sack and lose.
and there's another sack.
Oh, I could have got in there and tried to get a sack.
I'm not sure
Well,
why he
it's
held
my
the ball
turn
so
to play
long.
again
You
now.
gotta get rid of it. Throw it away, especially after you just
Wow.
been sacked in the
Dwayne
previous
Matthews doing good work out there.
He's
See,
doing.
I think we've groomed him into a suitable replacement
Yep.
for Cedric Perry.
He is doing good work
It's
out
first
there.
and
That's
10.
for sure.
It took a season or two, but I think he was a good draft pick.
Defense lines up in the nickel. White moves in motion.
Well, just for the fun of it, let's just see if we can.
Okay, here we go. Drill.
Going to the air on first down. Throws on the move.
Wow, look at him sail that ball up there. Man, oh man, he's just been dead
Good
on
job
in this
of
game.
breaking loose
Yep.
to the end zone.
Defense just didn't look like they were together on that one. There were guys moving around and looked like they didn't know who was supposed to go where.
Like, I can't believe it. He's throwing better passes than Bo Jenkins or Lake Green were, right? That one, though, was somehow I must have gotten the right combination of control inputs to get that high loft, right?
Here, can I see that for a sec? Let's take a look at how that ball actually looked in the air.
That actually was a very high lofted pass, right?
Is it a spiral?
It's a spiral too, yeah.
Yep, it's even a spiral.
Yeah, and it's such a high loft it disappears out the top of the screen.
We'll go back to the play on the field.
Yeah, it's hard to get those lob passes in Madden 05. It's extremely difficult to get a lob pass in Madden 05.
Number 12
Yeah.
comes in for the extra point. The kick is up.
Maybe he doesn't want to lose his backup position to Lake Green just yet.
Continue to increase their
Well, Lake
lead.
Green still needs to get some
Visiting
awareness
team
under his belt anyways.
Yeah, maybe Krause will play another season yet. Or sit on the bench for another season at least, anyway.
Booming kick downfield.
Well, anyway, I've been kind of running the score up here because I'm just
And you
having a
hate
bit
to
of
see
fun.
that. Your kick return has to find a way to make it at least to the 20 when he decides to bring it out.
Only one man back. Rogers moves in motion. Dropping back to pass on first down. Under pressure.
Oh, I beat my guy, and then I got picked up by my guy again. Watch this. I beat him,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I get picked up by him again.
That's a remarkable agility for
I'm thinking they're gonna keep
offensive
going to the
lineman,
end,
eh?
but it might be a little too late.
To be able to like recover and change your center of gravity and everything else in order to be able to do that.
Only one man in the backfield. Number 87, the man in motion. Pressure coming.
That's okay. Dwayne Matthews is going to try and set the single game sack record here in the preseason.
10 sacks. He's trying to get them back to the line. Closing in.
He just got another one.
He's got 7. Actually, Lamar Holt has 15 in one game. Remember that?
Pressure.
Oh, there's
That's
a safety.
a safety.
So he's got 8
Harrison is
sacks
ready for
and
the
a
free
safety.
kick. He gets the free
Wow.
kick away. From the 36-yard line.
Oh, I'm going to get a chance to run another play.
Dwayne Matthews is going to be player of the game.
So this could be the last play
You
of the
never
game.
know. Maybe. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, but
Throwing on first down. Gets rid of it.
we need to practice throwing those slants too because they are important passes.
44.
Yep.
Well, we blew them out.
A lot of scoring, but a one-sided game.
68 to 17. Wayne Matthews with that was because we lost that old profile, remember?
Yep.
But remember that Lifers game that we played?
Yeah, where you got 15 sacks in
Where
one game.
Lamar Holt, defensive end, got 15 sacks in one game. Yeah. And that's because the Scorpions kept lining up and doing the same thing over and over, and that was with the original monster defense, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so,
part of why we went to this R-Prof thing is because you and I both had separate profiles at one point, and what ended up happening was one of us overwrote the other. And that's how we ended up losing that record.
yeah. So I managed to amass 56 yards rushing and 406 yards passing in the course of scoring 68 points.
Yep.
Now, they did make an effort to run the ball, right? And they had a, fairly, at least on paper, balanced looking offense. But here is an interesting thing. They had a red zone attempt where they failed to score. And look at the time of possession, though, right? This is a lot different than when you're on offense.
Well, that's because I try to occupy as much time as possible to make it easier on the defense.
Yeah, well, I don't really play that way. Look at this. Everybody's got high quarterback ratings here. Kraus had the highest one this time around. 12 of 15, 15 of 16, 8 of 9. So, yeah. Well over 80% pass completion. And 6 touchdown passes.
Although if you keep putting up numbers like this, then maybe I can even play more aggressive defensively and not worry about giving up a score here or there.
Yeah, probably. So, anyway, running by committee, 12, 15, 16, 20, 22. So I did run the ball 22 times.
Everybody got a handoff.
Yep.
At least one.
Everybody got at least one handoff, yep.
You'd think these were receiving statistics.
But the thing is, though, you look at the average per carry, and I'm not, the guys that I'm just not having that much success running the ball, right?
Brandon was your man.
Well, he had 1 carry for 6 yards, and only 1 broken tackle.
Yeah, that's something else peculiar about you. You really don't get a lot of broken tackles.
No, I don't. And my longest run from scrimmage was 12 yards. But Danny Jones caught 9 passes for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look at with all the passes that I threw, only had 1 drop pass.
Yeah, and it was by Kelvin Allen.
Yeah.
So they did count that as a drop. That was, in fact, a drop. That guy didn't get his hand in there.
Yeah. And Coleman had a pretty good game, too. 6 catches for 75 yards. And we had a whole collection of guys that caught 3 passes. And then Jefferson, Mills, Clark, Easley, and Parkman. So there we go. And I had several longer passes too, right? And Dwayne Matthews with 8 sacks. Wow. And you got 2 interceptions in this game too.
Yeah, well, that was from that press coverage, right?
Yeah. And
Dwayne Matthews with the safety.
Scored a safety. So we only had to kick 1 field goal. And look at this. Wilkes, that was a 70-yard punt.
Ridiculous.
So I punted it over their heads, and it went into the end zone. But even with the touchback, it was still a net of 50 yards on the punt.
Yep.
So there you go. And neither of these guys did very well. Look at how low their ratings were, right? And so Sellers was 8 of 12, but this other guy, he was below 50%. Right? They each threw an interception. This guy got sacked a ton as well. And the thing is that, you know what? You were complaining about how you were performing today, but You know, when you give up a long pass of 20 yards, that's not bad. And they did make a pretty good effort to run the ball. And like I said, Brickley is one of the best running backs in the league.
Yeah, he's a big back.
But the longest run from scrimmage that you allowed was the scramble by the Mickey Sellers. So again, you got to look at what your longest play allowed is. And basically,
I don't give up long plays.
You don't give up long plays.
Never have.
So any success that they did have on offense, they were basically forced to play a possession style offense, right?
Yep.
Like you just didn't allow them any big plays. And sometimes teams that come out playing this possession style offense will do that to you, right? They did have 6 drop passes, which is typical against a defense run by you. And even the longest reception was 20 yards. So if the longest play from scrimmage that you allow is only 20 yards, then really, I don't think you played badly in this game. It's just that they were taking what you were giving them. Right?
Well, also too though, I was backing everybody off too for most of the game.
Yeah.
When I started playing press, then they stopped going anywhere.
See, this, even though I didn't run the ball all that much, I still had 6 runs for a loss too, right? So, I don't know. I find it very difficult to run the ball in this game. I don't know why you find it so easy. But
it might just be a difference in technique.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, let's see who the player of the game is.
Dwayne
It's Dwayne Matthews with 8 sacks
and a
safety. So there you go. Maybe he will be threatening Cedric Perry.
Well, that was the purpose of him.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it for week 2 of preseason.
Indeed.
And so far, we haven't met much resistance. We're looking pretty strong. Anyway, I guess until next time.
I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.